And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PWBA Tour Championship. The entire season essentially has come down to this, folks. Emil Williams Jr., Cecil Scarborough, Patrick Martinez on the 1s and 2s, Chase Kaufman in the building as well as we get you set and ready. Jordan Richard, right now, still your leader at plus 520. She will face Missy Parkin on channel 2 at plus 433. Parkin, again, the number in the number 2 spot at the moment. Of course, what a story. The alternate making a run at the show. Stephanie Johnson is third at plus 424. She's going to face Jane Sin, who is currently fourth at plus 395. That match also will be on channel 2. Then over on channel 3, the 5 versus 6, Julia Bond, currently fifth at plus 392. New Wei Finn is sixth at plus 386, just 6 pins back. The defending champion, again, making that charge today, Maria Jose Rodriguez, 7th at plus 372. Aaron McCarthy, 8th at plus 365. Folks, channels 2 and 3, certainly you want to have multiple tabs open. And cannot forget about Verity Crawley. She is taking on Stephanie Zavala on channel 4. Crawley is 9th at plus 364. Zavala 10th at plus 319. 73 pins back is Stephanie Zavala, and still another Hail Mary's chance for Sherry Tan. She is 11th and still not out of it yet at plus 314. Cecil.
Absolutely. Verity's only 28 pins out. A lot can happen with 30 bonus pins pending, and yeah, this is going to be an amazing last game. Season comes down to the final game.
Couldn't ask for anything better. And still coming down perhaps to the last game. Jordan Richard, Missy Parkin, 1 versus 2. Stephanie Johnson, Jane Sin, 3 versus 4. There's your 5 versus 6. Bond versus Way. 7 versus 8. Defending champion Rodriguez versus Aaron McCarthy. Then on channel 4, 9 versus 10. Crawley versus Zavala. And again, Tan versus Boomershine. And then those players still have direct impact on what may go down here. Cecil, in this situation, so many players with an opportunity. Again, pins, mere pins separating essentially what is 9 players. How would you handle the moment, both mentally and physically? I know that this is where the heart rate certainly gets elevated.
Sure.
In many cases, this is effectively for the chi. So how would you handle this if you were to give advice to these players?
Breathe. Slow everything down. Go through your process. Don't worry about what's going on around you. Strictly go through your process and stay within yourself and your moment. Outside of that, the rest of it's not going to matter. It only matters what happens with what you're doing. You're the only one that can control what's going on with you. But I can tell you there's probably a little squeezy going on a couple of these shots.
How about that early double for Jane Sin? Won the U.S. Women's Open. If she finishes ahead of Verity Crawley, of course, at any point, and they both still could make the show together, she would win Player of the Year. There are certain scenarios for Verity that are, of course, still ongoing at this point, where she could potentially win Player of the Year as well.
How about that?
But we got to get 5 finalists first to the show. Stephanie Johnson. Great shot. I've been saying all week, the 6 pin has been kind of kind in these situations, and they clips the 10. We'll check out our channel 3. Julia Bond, an early double. Again, Bond ahead of Way by just 6 pins. You know, normally we'd say in those situations it's a win and you're in, but we can't even say that. You would assume the winner of this match would get in, but there still isn't a mathematical guarantee in that regard.
No. And how many times we saw a player start with the front 3 and then go whole right behind it and just negate the start.
It's a big start for Julia Bond. Maria Jose Rodriguez trying to remain clean through 3. McCarthy with the double. And Stephanie Johnson did go spare double to start. Jane Sin looking for 3 in a row. Great shot by Way. Wow. And she is so good.
That was thrown with bad intentions.
Jane Sin just rung a 10. Another one for Way. Let's see if McCarthy can turn 2 into 3. Bang, good shot for McCarthy. All of these matches, everything won't be determined, honestly, until they're actually over today. I think we're going to be able to call anything early. Here's Missy. Oof. Oh, she got out of trouble there, Cecil.
And that's what we were talking about earlier. She was looking for in that ball, in the fill ball, that she could miss a little bit in and it just lay there. And that's exactly what that one did. That could have very easily been 6.
Julia Bond with 4 in a row. And this is a different Julia here in the position round. Oh, 10 pin going late for Jane Sin with her mother and brother here in attendance. They will all fly back to Malaysia in just a couple of days. McCarthy. Good break there, just leaving the 3 pin. When's the last time honestly, we felt like you still got 11 players with realistic chances. Obviously, the percentages are higher for the top 9, of course. But Zavala and Tan, still got to keep an eye on them in case they start with the front 6 or front 7.
Sure. You know, like we were talking about last night about, inspirational players and things of that nature throughout the year. Missy Parkin is definitely one of those because of the fact that she's had a pretty bad wrist injury to deal with, has fought through it, and then coming in today, taking over a spot, and now sitting in second place. I mean, that is...
Bond did leave a 4 pin in the 5th frame. Sherry Tan did start with the front 3. Oh!
Rolled a 4.
DJ, you got to get out your seat for that one, young man at home. Here's Maria. She's been playing further right all block long, and that has been one of the keys to success.
Bing.
And a nice break there for Parkin. Game 24. This was an all-match play event. Wins got you 30 bonus pins. Ties got you 15. Losses got you 0. We had 3 total events here at Tour Championship Week from Thunderbolt Lanes. The Greater Detroit Open, won by New Wave Finn several days ago. The PWBA Pepsi Open crown, won by Jillian Martin. And now, frames away from knowing our 5 finalists to compete for the final major of the season. They're Great shot for Jordan as she wraps a 10. And it was a 87 pin difference between Jordan and Missy. So the 1 versus 2. Again, 87 pins difference there as Jordan is trying to lock up the top seed. McCarthy. Bang. 7 pin, thought about it though. Maria just 1 strike through 5, but as you can see, she is clean. Way clean, Bond clean. Neither player given an inch in that 5-6 matchup. Jane Sin just picked up, I didn't see the leave, but a 6 spare. Julia.
That's a better shot. There we go. That's a much better shot. She didn't. She got that back out to the target. Let her swing get there instead of trapping it. Nice shot. Gives her a double. Ooh.
It feels like certainly the first player in any one of these matches to make a mistake is the one that's going to be on the outside looking in. That's what it feels like in the building. The oxygen and air, all of a sudden, you're like grasping for it at this point, folks, in the building. Riding on every shot. JB, hook a little bit. Wow. 1, 2, 4, 7. We talked about balls floating, going left to right earlier, and that was an example there on the miss.
Yeah, it looks like she missed it at the bottom as well, so that didn't help. So the trajectory is going a little right and missed it. So see what SJ can do here.
Ooh, good break.
Crossover, read the rack perfectly.
It don't matter what you do right now. Just knock them all down.
Absolutely. I tell them it don't matter if there's 10 in the pit or 10 on the deck. As long as they're horizontal, that's all that matters.
All right, we'll need to peek in on Verity just to make sure and see where she is. Big shot there for Rodriguez. How about Sherry Tan? Oof. 3-bagger, 8 spare, double, and now 7 pin. Lindsay Boomershine is 115 pins out. Crawley and Zavala. Zavala just left a 210, back-to-back splits. Wow, Zavala, the single pin miss, now back-to-back splits. Verity starting to get on the strike train.
And Verity needs to not ever get off that strike train again.
Ooh, into the 7. You could just, folks, just watch the reactions as the players exit the approach. And it kind of really shows you what they're going through in the moment.
Oh, absolutely.
This is high level.
You can tell if they know they got a break or if they threw it well and they got it.
All right, we're getting down to it, folks.
Way a little inside. Ball broke loose. 310 split. Nice shot for Aaron with the recovery after that big split. Nice cover from Way.
Again, high level bowling. 3-time titleist this season. Jane Sin, hook a little, bang. She has gone to work this block, Cecil. Speaking of Jane Sin, Jordan Richard in front of the family. Another one. Pretty impressed with the level of clean frames at this point in time with it on the line. Wow. Holy smokes.
Top 6 players, top 7 players.
Aaron McCarthy. Oh, boy.
Nice thing is, if there's a bonus out of this, she was on a strike, so she does not lose count. Make this fair and move on. Ooh, she got a break off the kick off the sideboard and kicked out the 4-7.
Get your calculators out, folks. How about that spare? McCarthy. Obviously not one to take that shot, and then handling the spare, we'll take it. So Bond again and Way separated by just 6 pins. Uh-oh. And Julia, the old broadcaster's jinx right there, comes into play.
There's the chink in the armor.
There's been no mismakeables or no miss anything in that match. Maria, this is big. 8th frame. Oh, maybe. No.
She was lucky to get 9 out of that.
Jane Sin with the lead on Stephanie Johnson, but it's just 1 at the moment. That's off camera. And Julia now missing the head pin for the 2nd time on that lane. Steph goes Brooklyn. There's a bug in my face. Shoe fly.
Don't bother me. It just wants to be a part of the action.
Steph and Jane, by the way, as we look at Parkin.
Right there. She almost rolls the 6. She's got a pin over, come over to touch it, and almost rolls it forward.
29 pins, the differential between 3rd and 4th against Stephanie Johnson and Jane Sin. Spare off camera from Julia Bond. Her max is 226.
So whoever wins that match is going to be 3rd. Potentially.
Boomershine still got 279 left. Chase, just FYI, what's the possibilities on Boomershine max total? If she shoots 79, that's plus 109.
Get her to plus 386, but there's a lot of 200s ahead of her right now, so it's not looking promising.
Thank you. McCarthy after the 4 spare. Trying to rebound. Great shot. She is still in the catbird seat. She can defeat Rodriguez by 1 and get the 30 bonus pins, of course. Jay Rich trying to lock it down. 2-4-10 was right indeed. Steph J. 6 pin. Now that max with the spare would be 225. McCarthy, first shot, 10th frame. Aaron, first one to get to the 10th. It's left through the nose. 610 is the leave. That leaves spare strike for 207.
Big shot by Wei Fin.
Well, this is huge.
225 for Wei.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Don't hurt him there.
Got to keep an eye after this shot. We'll go back to Way and then try to peek in on channel 4 with Verity Crawley.
Great shot. Didn't carry the corner, but nice shot. 215 if she makes this.
Oh, wow. Boomershine just left an 8-pin. First shot in the 10th frame, so she's going to be in the 240s. Verity starting to put the strikes together. Still max at 242 for Verity Crawley. And all intents and purposes at this point, she is certainly trending in a winning position. So thinking about the 30 bonus pins. Parkin.
If she strikes out, that gets her to 436.
Let's go to JB first. Strike any spare wins. 3-6-4 bond. And she cannot win the match. So Wei now.
That pin count was huge.
Wei is at plus 431. We'll check in on Verity in a moment. It looks like she did strike again, though. Looks like Rodriguez, the best you can do now is tie, of course. And these two players will split 15 bonus, which may be not enough to get into the top 5 here, especially Eclipse Wei. Let's go to Verity. This is for 5 in a row. Oh, Verity gets the 10 out. Wow. How about VC?
If she doubles here,
All right, Jane Sin left the 10 pin and converted in the 10th frame.
7-10 there for Missy.
Jordan Richard has clinched the top seed. So Steph J step up here and get 30 bonus pins. Let's do the quick math for Jane Sin, of course. Right now she's at plus 410. And it's not enough to go around Wei at the moment. Let's give Verity her max. That would be more than enough to go around. Actually,
She go around Wei.
she go around Wei and certainly Jane Sin. She didn't need much to actually go around Jane at this point. But Jordan's going to be in. Oh, wow. And just like that, that's 30 crucial bonus pins for Jane Sin. I mean, on every shot, folks. So that changes it now for Jane Sin. Now she's at plus 440. All right, Crawley is not up yet, but she is going to, has already locked up the 30 bonus pins. Again, a quick update. Jordan Richard has claimed the #1 seed. Missy Parkin shot 193. This shot will determine bonus. It's going to go to Jordan. So Missy's in at plus 426. So Jane Sin has win around Missy. And there is a chance that Missy could miss the show. It depends on Verity. As Stephanie puts 14 on the board, she's at plus 438. So right now, Richard, Steph J, Wei at 431. Again, Crawley's max. Crawley's max is plus 436, and that's if you include all 3 in the 10th here, which would be enough by 10 pins to move in front of Missy. Crawley needs a double to make the show. VC, first one in the 10th. It's
That's
left. Oh! Verity Crawley carries the Brooklyn. Oh, my.
So we got Jordan 1 at the moment, followed by
Excuse me, Stephanie. No, I'm sorry. Jane Sin at 440 unofficially. Stephanie Johnson, 438. Way right now is at 431. But that could change here momentarily, or her score is not going to change. I'm sorry. Her positioning.
right. She could either be fourth or fifth, depending on this.
Oh, Crawley just turned back around. I'm not sure if she's adding tape, removing tape. No more matches are going, folks. It is the Verity Crawley show here. If Verity goes 9 spare here, she would get to plus 425 and miss it by 1 pin. A strike and 1 pin, and Verity is on the show, and the Player of the Year race will continue. This is it. VC must have through the nose. Missy Parkin is on the show. Verity making a valiant effort.
Wow.
She brought the ball back. Couldn't see exactly what she was doing.
Correct.
And now, folks, unofficially official. Jane Sin, by virtue of Verity Crawley not making the show, Jane Sin is going to finish ahead of Verity in the standings no matter what. Jane Sin has won the Player of the Year award. Great work, Chase, Patrick, and Cecil. We wait all season long for these moments, and that was fantastic.
Yes, it was.
Wow. Verity.
All right, bowling fans, let's give these ladies a huge round of applause. What an exciting finish. Last measure of the year. These ladies are awesome. It is my pleasure to introduce you to the top 5 who compete for the 2024 PWBA Tour Championship. Our number 5 seed, again, making the most of the opportunity, looking for her second major title from San Clemente, California, Miss Missy Parkin.
Missy Parkin, the alternate, has made the show.
Our number 4 seed,
Drew and DJ.
champion, longtime member of Team Singapore.
How about that?
We'll be on a flight early in the morning.
Well, DJ's got school on Thursday.
I'm sure they'll skip school.
Goes on to face our number 3 seed, her second step ladder this season.
Dad's on the phone with the
looking for
airline.
another major title from McKinney, Texas, Stephanie Johnson. Winner of that match goes on to face our number 2 seed, already the 2024 U.S. Women's Open champion, looking for another major title just this year from Malaysia, Cindy Jane. And our number 1 seed, reigning Player of the Year, Michigan native, looking for a major title. That was the goal she came into the season with. Please welcome Jordan Richard. Ladies and gentlemen, your top 5 competing in the 2024 PWBA Tour Championship Our live stepladder finals will happen tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. in the Strobel Arena. Hope you all can come out. It's been an amazing week of bowling, amazing year of bowling. These ladies are awesome. Thank you all. Have a great night.
How about that? Can you look at the scores now?
Yes.
Okay. Congratulations, Missy Parkin. So 3 times now you've bowled on this pattern and now made shows. Just describe the process that you took. We talked about it a little bit early, and I know it was much of the same. Certainly not worrying about score, trying to have fun. And I know that's got to be difficult at some point when the body kind of wants to just take over and when you understand perhaps what's at stake. So how fun was it, if you can even call it that, certainly, and how nerve-wracking was it at the same time?
Yeah, it was, well, first of all, the lanes were different. They were definitely different tonight. And so I was just trying to, get the right strategy going. Definitely nerve-wracking, especially the last game. I just told myself, you know what, throw 10 great shots. And I feel like I threw 10 great shots. I like my shot in the 10th frame that split. It is what it is. I thought I threw it really good. So I'm proud of how I did.
You should be proud, especially all things considered. I know earlier, after the Jonesboro Trios, you looked at the points and said, okay, I might have a shot at this thing. And it didn't. It probably wasn't the way, obviously, you thought you would get into the top 24, but you took full advantage. Now you got a chance to get on back to TV. Things are going to be different again. You certainly anticipate that. You are experienced, though, on television. So how will you handle a new environment with players, of course, practicing, breaking the lanes down, et cetera, and so forth?
Really, tomorrow starts like a whole new tournament, per se. We're bowling in the arena. I've been fortunate enough to bowl in that arena for like a month during the very first World Series of bowling that they ever had.
How about that?
Yeah, the ladies bowled in that arena for a month. So I do have some experience over there. I think it's a super cool venue. So I'm super excited.
The ability to have, of course, Drew was watching. I assume DJ was watching as well. So what do you want to say to the fam?
I want to say thank you guys so much. DJ, I'm so sorry, but I'm not going to be at Meet the Teacher Day tomorrow. But I will be home for your first day of school. I promise.
Cecil said that they're going to get on the flight, and I was like, well, Drew or DJ's got school on Thursday.
Yeah.
So we don't know. And then finally, just the lane play again. Just kind of break down how you played the lanes. We talked earlier about keeping your angles in front. Were you able to still do that for the most part, even though the lanes were a bit different tonight?
That was what I was trying to do. Unfortunately, because they were a little different, it was harder to keep the ball on line. So I had my angles very, very tight. And so on certain pairs, the ball wanted to hook super early. So it really made it difficult to try to figure out like which zone of the lane I needed to play, which ball I needed to use in order to still get that same kind of line. And I felt like for a majority of tonight, especially down here on the lower end, I felt like I really didn't have a great look. I just felt like I really executed very well. So I'm super proud of myself for that.
That's what's up. Congratulations, Missy. The story continues tomorrow. I know we've got a lot of media to do, so we'll let you go, and we'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy it as best as you can tonight.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
That is Missy Parkin, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a look at the Tour Championship bracket. Your number 5 seed is going to be Missy Parkin. The 4th seed will be New Wei Finn, who makes her second show this week. Stephanie Johnson is 3rd. Jane Sin is 2nd, and Jordan Richard is 1st. She is the number 1 seed, and Jordan trying to get to, trying to win that final title as a Richard. All right, folks, everyone else, of course, we've got, as you said, or as I said earlier, TV interviews. We've got social video interviews, other packages to complete. And and, of course, right here. So thankful to Missy for hanging out with us for a little bit. Boy, what a season. Man, Donovan just, I don't know, he just gave me a rah-rah. We got through. It's bittersweet, though. It truly is bittersweet, folks. Thank you so much for joining us here on not only Bowl TV, of course, but the PWBA season in its entirety here on Bowl TV. A lot of people to thank, of course. Certainly a lot of people in front of me. This week, Parker Burns joined us. He's been out a couple weeks. Donovan, great work this season. Leah Zweig, Patrick Martinez, Ben Glasscock, Curtis Von Kruger. So many individuals certainly to thank. I don't want to leave anybody out. Caleb Smiley, certainly Robin Graves, Damon Sirocco, Carolyn Campa, everybody back at certainly the United States Bowling Congress and the Bowling Proprietors Association of America, their respective boards. I want to thank all of our partners. Storm, Brunswick, Kegel, Go Bowling, and Lane Talk. Valuable goal partners, certainly not only just USBC, but the PWBA. Big thanks to Lane Talk. Scoring was pretty cool this season. Storm and Brunswick providing all of the bowling balls that we had across our step ladders to give away. Who else we got, Patrick? Don't let me forget anybody. Patrick Martinez, of course.
Man.
Who else?
Something.
Rick Barbera.
All the ball reps.
Every proprietor, every ball rep.
Cecil.
Every GM. Cecil Scarborough, our player services manager. Anybody with an inkling that helps this tour run and rock and roll on a weekly basis. We certainly appreciate everything that you have done. Certainly the PWBA athletes. This was by far.
Chase Kaufman.
And Chase Kaufman, you're right.
Almost forgot him.
This event, maybe the closest event I've ever seen, to be quite honest with you. To get to that point, we talked about it, and it came out into its fruition all the way to the 10th frame before everything was completely decided. Phenomenal job by the athletes, of course. And then certainly you, the Bowl TV community. Thank you so much for hanging in there, internet troubles, all that stuff throughout the season. Obviously, hiccups, things happen, but we appreciate you for just watching bowling, enjoying bowling, and certainly being the best bowling fans in the world. For the final time on the national tour, we say so long for now. We got a lot of stuff, by the way, tomorrow. So there's a pregame show. Be on the lookout for that. About 30 minutes, of course, 6:15-ish or so. Somewhere between 6 and 6:15 p.m. Eastern time. Be on the lookout for the pregame show tomorrow night, right here on Bowl TV and USC and PWBA social media channels. So be on the lookout for that. Of course, the show, you don't want to miss that. Live, CBS Sports Network tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Again, on CBS Sports Network, Dave, Kelly, and I believe maybe Sid might be in the on that show for you as well. She will be handling the sideline reporting duties. Also, as for me, I will see you guys soon. I'll be part of that pregame show, so I look forward to getting you ready to rock and roll for tomorrow's show. But again, for the entire crew, staff, from Bowl TV, and everybody involved, my name is Emil Williams Jr. Thank you to Sydney Brummett, Courtney Ermish, and all of our guests and players who have joined us throughout the season. For the final time here from Thunderbolt Lanes, our top five once again, graphic right now on your screen. Missy Parkin, New Way Finn in the opening match. Stephanie Johnson, the number 3 seed. James, the number 2 seed. And Jordan Richard, the number 1 seed, trying to win it in her home state of Michigan. Folks, this has been a presentation of the 2024 PWBA Tour Championship. You watched it live and only on Bowl TV. And remember, bowling lives here. Good night.